Hello everybody, what up? This is Kafka Gaming here. Today we're going to do a new video, something a little different. So what today's video is going to be about is actually going to be a little Q&A. So I always get a lot of questions, right, in the chat, and I always get a lot of questions from clan members, but I had a lot of questions when I was a young lad in the MSL world, and you know what? I wish I had someone to answer them for me. So some of the questions that we're going to ask today are going to be very basic questions for you advanced players. They probably won't mean much to you guys, so sorry about that. But some questions might be able to help some other people out as well. So what we're going to do is go through about 15 or 16 questions that I think that we have listed down. And we're going to answer those questions. Just do a little Q&A while we farm some story stage, right? Get that mini cat up. We always talk about that mini cat's already 5-star. We know we're going to get this mini cat to level 60 soon. So here we go. Let's get it started with question 1. So the first question is, why can't I get a crit rate substat on my crit rate gem? So this is actually one of the questions I had when I was a young MSL player. I had an attack percentage gem or at a crit rate gem. I'm like, why can't I get the attack percentage on the attack percentage? Why can't I ever get a crit rate percentage on my crit rate gem? Well, the sad news is if you have a crit rate gem, you cannot get a crit rate substat. Easy as that. It just doesn't work. That's not one of the ones that are actually going to upgrade. So you could get crit damage, you get attack percent, you get resist, which is really important on that crit rate gem, but you cannot get on a crit rate substat. You can't get any substat on the actual same gem. So pretty easy question there. I'm sure a lot of people know that, but I actually had to ask a few people that question when I was just starting off the game. Next question is, I am a newer player. Where do I spend most of my gold? Ooh, that's a pretty loaded question we have here. So if a newer player wants to spend a lot of their gold, so I would look at this. So one, you want to focus on getting through story stage. So you want to focus on getting all the way through extreme on story stage, because when you get to extreme, you could farm some better gems, some 3 and 4-star gems, right? So you want to focus on using any of your gold you can to Evo 3 as many mons as possible. So if you get Mihos, if you can get the Water Lat, the Wood Mushi, there's a lot of farmable mons that are decent mons. Focus on getting some Evo 3s on some good farmable mons. So Evo 2s even, spend a lot of gold there. Don't spend a lot of gold on the 2 and 3 gem upgrades, because you don't want to go past 6 on those gems. When you get to 4-star gems, you could go to 9, but I wouldn't go to 12 on most of your 4-star gems. So don't spend a lot of your gold on upgrading gems. Focus on Evo 3ing or Evo 2ing your mons. That's going to be probably the most well spent money that you have in the game off the bat. Just go ahead and focus on that, on those Evo 2s and 3s. Yeah, like I said, on 3-star gems, you could go up to 6. I wouldn't go to 9 on them. On 4-star gems, you might have to go up to 9 to beat B6 and B5 and B7. So you're going to have to start beating those dungeons, so you might need to upgrade a little bit more. But wait till you get to extreme to spend all that doja on the gems. So, cool. All right, next question. I need nat 5s. I only want nat 5s. More nat 5s, please. True or false? Yeah, that's I'm gonna say false, because as you can see in this little video, even I'm leveling up a nat 3, so a 3-star mini cat, which is an awesome mon. So there's a lot of people that make the monster spotlights. I make Monstar spotlight videos, and those are the ones that you want to look at. I'm probably rarely ever going to do a Monstar spotlight on a Nat 5, because Nat 5s are really, really hard to get, right? So let's not waste all of our thought around Nat 5s. If you could Evo 3 some Nat 4s, they are strong. Look at that Mona that's going ham-bone, and that was a rebirth. So think about the rebirth mons. You want to use those to your advantage. You should always get a bunch of Evo 3s when rebirth month comes up, right? You could just farm story stage and get enough to rebirth those mons. So you could get, like right now, like the Phibians. Let's take for an example. The Phibians are the rebirth. The dark one's sweet. The fire one's sweet for Titan. It has deaf down and blind. The wood one's great for Titan. You could get the skill books on them. So, I mean, there's a lot of mons that you could get Nat 3s or Evo 3s that are even natural 3-stars that are fantastic mons. Almost all my healers are Nat 3s, and they work fantastic in Titan, and I do a ton of damage. So don't worry about Nat 5s all the time. Make sure you're also worrying about those Nat 3s, and Nat 4s are super strong as well. You know, so cool. That's what I got for that question. So we'll say false. False. All right, next question. What happens if I put a variant into a non-variant? Unless you're really new, you probably know this answer. You could have an Evo 3 non-variant and put a variant into it, and it will make it a variant. If it is a variant already, but your variant has a better skill, you could put that variant and make it a better skilled variant. You could also use 2 Evo 2s. One is a variant, and one is not a variant, and it will make it a variant. And also, if it's Evo 1, you could also use the variant as well. So yeah, use your variants. Put them in. Make them Evo 3 variants. All right, next question. Oh, okay. What's a very basic Titan rundown? So I'm gonna go over 3 very basic strategies. So you generally you have 8 mons on each side, right? So the second 8, you always want to have your best mons. First 8, have your second best mons. So let me go over this. So on the left side of your mons, you always want to have a def down, attack down, and healer. On the right side, you want to have just damage with a healer. If you want another def down in it, that's fine. If you want another attack down, but normally those attack downers don't have a ton of damage unless it's like a Dark Leo or something, right? So that's like the first strategy. So you want attack down, def down, healer on your left side, and then you want damage, healer on your right side. The next strategy is okay, I should know that strategy. Next strategy is attack down, def down, healer on your left side. On the right side, 2 healers, 2 courageous strike mons. Boom, does a ton of damage. If you could get those courageous strike mons, boom, that is fantastic. And still, your best group is on the second set of 8, and the second best group is in the first set of 8. Now the third setup is if you didn't get those mini cats and you don't have a ton of healers, and you know what, I want to still do a lot of damage, just go first group on the left side, def down, damage, then right side, damage. No healers. You'll still do a lot of damage. So all def downs and all damage. Those are kind of like your 3 very basic setup rundowns for Titan. I think it works pretty well. So I've done all 3 strategies, and I could do some major damage. All right, what we got here? Something on the screen too. Is it better to level up 1 mon at a time, 2 mons at a time, 3 mons at a time, or 4 mons at a time? So let me explain how experience works. So basically, when you're leveling up a mon and you're leveling 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 at a time, it splits up the experience no matter what. So the idea here is to have the fastest clears. This one's not going to be a good example because I just caught something. But if you could get into the 40-second, 50-second clear times, that's what the idea is. And you're not going to get into the 40-second, 50-second clear times if you have a bunch of mons that actually are trying to get leveled. So that's why you see here 3 level 60s and 1 level 41, right? So that's the key. Level 1 mon at a time. Don't waste your time ascending a bunch of different mons and not leveling them and trying to put all of them in. Just level 1 mon at a time. It will make your runs faster, and you will do a lot more damage and clear them a lot faster, right? Looks like I need some gems here. Let me get that real quick. All right. Okay, so the next one up is question 7. What should I gleam? Should I gleam my Nat 4s? I want Evo 3s. So, you know what? I've never played a game like this before I started playing MSL, And I used some gleams on some really dumb mods when I was a young lad at this game. So what I would say is, no, you really shouldn't gleam nat 4s unless. Let me go to the unless. So like right now, if we have the Mari event, right? And a lot of people want to get that dark Mari because you know what, the dark Mari is pretty good. And somebody not want to spend 990 times 16. So I could see for that instance that might be a time when you would gleam a nat 4, but you're gonna get nat 5s. That's the bottom line. And you need gleams for nat 5s. So save as many gleams as possible for your nat 5s. Even if you're young at the game, you're going to get them eventually. I would save them. You could get 4 stars a lot easier in the game, especially through eggs, rebirths. So I would just say, please, you know, even also the soulstone eggs, you're going to get more nat 4s. So save your gleams if possible for your nat 5s is what I would say. Next question. Oh, for my healers, when should I use a recovery gem? So I guess every mon's a little bit different, but I'm just going to say this broad answer is if you have shield as an ability on your healer, that's like the only time I would say that you don't need to use a recovery gem. I mean, there are some mons that are exception to it, but as a broad rule of thumb, just, you know, don't worry about using a recovery gem if your mon has a shield. That's how I'm going to answer that question. All right, we're doing pretty well here on time. We're answering our next question here. Question number 9. Ooh. Okay. Gems, sideways squares, hashtag diamonds, triangles, and regular squares. Can you tell me more? Yeah, so just to start off, when you have a sideways square / diamond, that's the only gem you could get a resist main stat. The triangles are the only ones you could get a crit damage stat, and then on the square is the only one you could actually get a crit rate stat. So that is kind of the very basics of the gems. We don't need to go into any more. Gems are complicated per mon, but we will say this. So we'll say that if you have a mon that's a defender, or you have a mon that's an HP mon, you generally want to go HP defense if it's an HP mon. If it's a defender, you want to go defense HP. And that's just the general rule of thumb. There are exceptions, but the reason why is because you'll scale better with those gems. So basically, if you have a defense or an HP gem on an HP tank mon, then your HP is going to scale better, right? Because it's percentage based. So you start off more, you get more. So that's the main reason. That's the rule of thumb. And that's what I was going to cover with the gem question. Oh, okay. I want to get my own clan. I want to start my own clan. Get me started. Is that a question? So, you know, I've been very fortunate, and I've been in a clan since I created this clan. It's Attack on Titan. I love you guys. Great clan. Been here since day one. Never missed a week fight. You know, we got down to 18 mons or 18 people in the clan, but then we recruited some more. Thanks to Miss Redhead coming in. Shout out. But I want to start my own clan. So basically, the thing with MSL, there's not a really good like chat system, right? So you have your basic chat where you could type to people in per channel. So you could always try that way to do some recruiting. Make a message that is pretty broad and hey, message me for more details type deal. Also, you can go on Reddit. So also Reddit does have some places you could actually, there's a clan recruitment line for the MSL Reddit, so you could actually go there as well. And then also too, some of the popular streamers have their own channel, so you could go into their channel and they'll let you, most of them like Agent Elite will let you go in there and kind of promote your clan and see if you can get some recruitment there. So there's a couple options there to get your clan started. Just be friendly to other players and chat and stuff, and normally if you go into some of the bigger channels you could find people that want to join your clan and get started. You might have to start from lower levels, which is fine, right? So if you want to start from lower levels, help people progress in the game, that's kind of what we did with Attack on Titan. We had some people that were doing 200K, and now they're doing 2 mil, 3 mil, you know, and that's what it's about, right? Helping people progress and progressing yourself. and that's how you're gonna get that clan started. So that's all I got for clans. All right, next question is, do I always need to complete sets on my gems? If I don't, will I suck? No and no. So there is a lot of mods that I have that I don't complete the sets on. Because sometimes substats are way better than the actual complete set. So you think about it. So you have a crit rate set. So a rune set, but you can't max out crit rate. But if you don't max out crit rate and you don't crit, then you lose a lot of damage, right? But now I have a couple sets that are completely broken sets that I max out crit rate on my attackers. So that will do more damage, right? So you really got to look at every gem differently and match them up perfectly. A perfect day like today is, if you need to move your gems around, it's completely free to remove your gems. But no, you definitely don't need to always match up your gems. I still have a lot of mons that do not have complete sets and have broken sets. So those definitely work. So don't think you suck if you don't complete the set. It's okay. I think when I was, probably up to like level 45, I really didn't even like make sets. So it's just because you have to farm so many gems to get the perfect sets. So yeah, don't worry about completing the sets always. Just put them, if you do have sets, put them on your best mons. That's what I would say about that. Alright, next question. When do I use crit rate, crit damage, or just attack? Alright, so the quick rundown on this is, if you think about, like, let's talk about crit rate for a second. If you have 70% crit rate on a mon, and you're using that instead of an attack, and you don't crit, that mon did nothing for you. Same with crit damage. So if you don't have 100% crit rate, crit damage does nothing for you. I would say if you can't get into the 90 percentile with your crit rate gem or crit damage gem, then just use attack because you'll do more damage. Because if you're only critting 70% of the time, but you could have had extra attack on the other 30% of the time, attack will do more damage over time. So if you can't get into the 90% on your crit rate gems, or you're not going to use a crit rate leader with that guy, so then I would just recommend not using the crit rate gems or crit damage. Just use attack. Easy as that. Alright, next question. Okay, I think someone wrote this wrong. Do defense and HP aggressors benefit from attack power? Okay, so we tested this, and we made a YouTube video of this, and I just wanted to talk about this again. Is, the defense and HP aggressors do not benefit from attack power unless they're sealed. So if they're sealed, then it will revert back to their attack power, but you don't ever want to plan on your aggressors getting sealed to do damage. That just doesn't make any sense for me. So what I would say is just don't have any attack percentage or attack flat substats on your gems for your HP and defense aggressors. If you want to check out the video, I have that video. Maybe I'll link it to this questionnaire video as well. So, but you can always check it out. Kafka Gaming. Boom. Alright, so next question is... Oh, we already answered that question. The clan question. Oh, why is it when I catch an Evo 3 on story stage, I get an Evo 1? Well, the game didn't want to make it that easy, right? So basically, you have to get 16 Evo 1s to make an Evo 3. You can't catch an Evo 3 and it will be an Evo 3. You have to get 16 Evo 1s to make an Evo 3. Very easy question. When you see everything on story stage on extreme, it is going to be in an Evo 3 form. Alright, looks like we're at our final question here. Why is it when Miho pops up on every story stage, normal, hard, and extreme, is an Evo 1? Everyone else is always Evo 3. That's right. Miho is always Evo 1. Alright, well, we're gonna leave that question for 433. Yeah. That is kind of weird. Miho, you need to Be Evil 3 on Extreme. Yeah, we're gonna have to contact 433 about that one. That question's gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna have that question go unanswered here. That's yeah, that's not something we know. Why is it Miho's always Evil 1? That is so weird. That is yeah, that's Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to answer that question, guys. So yeah, I think yeah, we're done with the questionnaire. So we're done with the questions. That was a few questions we went through. Oh, let's get that out of there. Yeah, we don't know that answer, but we'll figure that out. 433. Let us know. We want to know that one. Okay. We actually did have a couple eggs that we were gonna pull too before we end the video, but yeah, that was the questionnaire. I hope you guys like. If you have any other questions, you could always comment and see if I could answer them. A lot of my viewers know more than me too. No, but no, they got some smart people in the game. But let's go to the summon video. Oh, we got 3 eggs. Cool. Let's perform this one. Next egg. All right, 1 ding. What do we get? What do we get? A Hunter. Oh, Hunter Hunter X. That's a good anime. Hunter X Hunter. Definitely good anime. Should watch it. Now I'm promoting animes. Alright. Mona. Nice job, Mona. What else we're getting here? And that is a C-star. I think I do need C-stars still, so that's good. And the next one is... Alright. No Nat 5s in this video, but... Stay tuned because later tonight we're going to do Heroes Festival with X Fritzy. We're going to do a dual hero festival. You'll be able to check that out. That's going to be fun. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any more questions that you want to be answered, just comment in the chat. But please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Kefka Gaming. That is it. We out. Thank you.